Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Okay, so we're gonna do one of these hot take videos. Might be the last one for a little bit, because I really don't want to over spam these. I feel like people really enjoy these, and these are fun, because I space them out a lot, right? Like, I guess this ended up just being a, 2-week stretch where we did a bunch of them, but I don't really want to overdo it. Now, yesterday, I recorded a video going over polarities takes, right? Now I mean it's honestly pretty insane how things happened. I went through this video. Polarity doesn't really know much about Dokkan. I found out after recording this video that Polarity only started playing Dokkan once Orange Piccolo came out, apparently. So that explains why I just, don't think he knows too much about the game, really. But then some other bad stuff came out with Polarity, which, I don't know, I won't really get into it too much here. I don't really feel like there's a need to, but we're probably not going to see Polarity around much. I don't know. We'll see how things develop in that. So we did that video. I guess it feels a little weird kind of doing a follow-up at the end of this. But like when I finished this, right, like these were the final numbers I came through. Like there was 8 takes that I thought were good or I agreed with, and 38 that I thought were bad or disagreed with. Now, I directly asked Vector to make this. Like, I literally finished recording that video and asked Vector to make this. So I do still want to do this video, even though I guess it does feel a little weird now. We're still going to do it. Now, I mean, like I said yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that Polarity, he's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. And then, insane shit comes out about him, which I pretty much directly led from my video, by the way. It was because some comments left on the video, me and a couple others kind of were like, and then blah, 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 blah. It led to a whole thing. I will say, I think Vector's nice too. Hopefully, I'm not giving Vector the kiss of death, dude. But I spar with Vector on Twitter all the time to where people think I don't. I love Vector. I think Vector's a really nice guy. I do. But bro, Vector, man, good luck after this video, man. But yeah, all right, so let's jump in. Let's see, these are the final numbers. So what did we do? That was 46? God damn, we went through 46? Okay, let's move fast here. Beast is definitely number 1. Well, okay, as soon as I see that, sure. Okay, so I guess this is point 2, okay. I don't like the idea of points being taken off for units or being stunned or sealed by hard bosses. Sure, Beast gets stunned when you taunt Blue Gogeta. Well, no, he gets sealed when you. But if you do the active skill against Beast Gohan, you get stunned. If you do the active skill against Gogeta, you might get sealed, right? But he just ate a 3 million super for you. What's the issue? I agree. I do think we could still say, like, Blue Gogeta's active, like, taunt ability, whatever, is better than Beast Gohan's in a lot of these fights, because Gogeta will just dodge the super and not get hit by stun or seal. But to try and downplay Gohan, who's double-digit tanking 3 million supers because he gets stunned, is ridiculous. So, yep, I agree. But again, I do think it's fair if we're just going to use it to say, like, oh, Blue Gogeta could do what Beast did right there, except he could also dodge and then still attack. I think that's fair if we're using it in the context of building up Blue Gogeta. But in terms of, like, downplaying Beast, it's stupidity. So, yeah, I agree right there. Okay. Cell Max, the hardest boss. And I don't think it's super close either. Yeah, I just don't agree. Smallest variety of units will work on that stage compared to the others. That's also just not true. Like, a character like the tech androids, you're not running them in Blue Gogeta, man. Like, that's not, like, what you have to do to specifically hide them is going to be, like, so specific. Like, come on. Going with Gogeta, yes, yeah, okay. At least he's got that. I do need, well, I guess I don't really need to be fair to Polarity in this video from yesterday anymore, but I was going to try and be very harsh on grading Vector like I was. Because I do think Vector, in terms of his Dokkan stuff, he is one of the worst out there. Without a doubt. But I just don't, Cell Max is, I think Cell Max is the best designed difficult fight. I do. I think it's the best design of all the tough fights at Cell Max, but I don't think it's the hardest. Yeah, this is true. Because I mean, phase 1 is nothing. Like it's more so just like a warm up. Then phase 2, he'll lock characters, and then of course he also will do tons of damage. He could seal you in phase 2, and then phase 3, he's baby Blue Gogeta, right? So. The one thing about this guy compared to Blue Gogeta that makes him easier than Blue Gogeta, though, is that Trunks, like, he has an insanely high super attack rate, so he almost always will super attack immediately. With that knowledge, you can get around it much easier. Gogeta is just one of those 0 cooldown super attack bosses who seems to just super at random anywhere. It's just, you have no clue what Gogeta's going to do. Gogeta it's such an RNG machine, that last phase. Because, if he supers, right away, his damage over the course of the turn is going to be almost unsurvivable by almost all teams. Unless you have, like, an active skill like Beast or Gogeta Mechanic, Team Protector ability. If he does AoEs at all, like, it's crazy. Okay, God damn. Right, we're just talking about the same shit every 2 seconds. Okay. So the tech androids, amazing for Cell Max, sure. Yep, sure. Well, okay, I mean, I'll just say this for you, Vector. They suck. Here, in long events, they suck balls. They're okay. Very good. Like, this is going to be I'm going to give Vector, this is wrong, like a negative point. He's going to get a -1 for this. Yeah, they're good for the Cell Max fight. I'll run them in there, for sure. Because not only can you use the Ghost Usher at the start, they also have the seal once you can seal Cell Max. So they're helping you in multiple ways. But, I mean, that shit just, listen. Guys, you're talking to the OG Android Defender. I got cooked on Twitter in, like, January of 2022 for saying that I thought they were easily better than Physical Super Saiyan 3 and Kid Buu. Okay, like, I'm the #1 defender of them, but, I'm not, you don't hear me going, yeah, dude, Tech Gohan, he's still a god. Like, no, I mean, we're at the point now where Tech Gohan is not really what he was anymore, right? But, like, yeah, the character will remember them fondly, but they're a gimmick character. That's what they are. They're a gimmick unit. Okay. This guy's up there with the big daddies. You can say he's as high as top 5 over Broly if you wanted to go that far. Yeah, I'm not going to comment directly on this. I probably would have him above Broly, yeah. Because he's just so much better defensively at the start compared to Broly. But, I guess, yeah. Okay, I disagree. Okay. So other people are doing my thing, huh? We're just atting this random Amatsu account? Okay. Sure. He makes me sad. Ranking him is hard. He is good, yes. But his team sucks. You don't want First Form Freeze to be next if only he gets buffs, if only. Well, I mean, yeah, but he's already there. Because one Terrifying Conqueror character is not going to save him. Like we need a couple of Terrifying Conqueror characters. So, I mean, I would say Frieza's probably not going to get the help he wants, but we'll see. Oh my god. Oh, can I quit this video, please? Dude, there's other things we could talk about besides God Goku and the tech androids. Oh my god. I'll scream. Okay. You should all know my opinion on him by now. Very solid. Dodge guard stacking are good. Yes! Oh my god! Guys, did you know dodge guard and stacking are good? He's been reduced to the definition of filler, just like every single 2023 character. I mean, keep in mind, it is not 2023 anymore. Yeah, he's not winning you the fight, just like 23 World Tournament Goku's not, Piccolo Jr. is not, Bulma is not, Future Gohan is not. Is there a 2023 character at all that is winning you the fight? Hirudegarn, if everything goes perfectly the whole run, I guess, because Hirudegarn can go really crazy when transformed if he if he dodges, but yeah, like it's you know, I don't like AGL Blue Vegito. I guess like if you get the good RNG, you get Blue Vegito out. He could certainly win you the fight, like Fusion Zamasu. But like, yeah, we're in 20, like we're done with 2023, man. We're in 2024. So yeah, like he like this is true. He's a filler unit. He's not winning you the fight. Running him was not, like, it was never risk free. I mean, he was still really good, but he could, even against like physical fusions and muscle, he could take a lot of damage. But you know, the guard was a nice little safety net, I would say, because he really is a dodge character, God Goku. But now the guard as the safety net doesn't really do anything. Like, he's got to dodge. Yeah, this is, you know, no offense, Vector, but like this was not needed. Vector was stretching it for this. Okay. Okay. It should happen every major celebration. Sure. I mean, I'm not sure. Here's the thing. You know, again, I could only say so much. Okay, major celebrations, right, follow me here, typically have characters with insane animations. Crazy animations. I mean, maybe besides Blue Goku and Vegeta last year, but you guys get my point. That just takes up a lot of the dev time, the budget and shit. So I think there's like less room for a ton of different events. And like the 9th anniversary, I just like this is just like yeah, dude, the 9th anniversary, every celebration should be as good as the 9th anniversary, or every major celebration. But like the 9th anniversary was so good, like no celebration in Dokkan history was even half as good as the 9th anniversary. So it's very tough to use that as the standard when it's just, you know, as of right now, I would say it's kind of like an aberration. Like it was actually just so good. So like every character, all EZAs were good. All summonable LRs were good. What is the flaw? The free-to-play characters weren't good? Who cares, right? Like, at that point, like, it's such a small thing. People will talk about Sleepy Beerus. I think he sucks. Keep experimenting with boss mechanics, yeah. I thought that bosses, like, sealing and stunning you and stuff like that was good. And we didn't necessarily need to get 3 million damage bosses. But Dokkan was like, what if we did both? What if we did both? Wait, no, he's not. He's not better. No. You could maybe say he held on a little bit more. He's free to run wild. I just don't, like, I think of the game differently, man. Like, this guy's better directly only because of immortal mechanics, team protector abilities. I can't agree. Gogeta Blue will cook this guy. I mean, he probably would be okay against Gohan. Beast Gohan, right? Ultimate Gohan could probably smack him for huge damage, actually. And then, I mean, we should be able to tank the normals from Beast? I don't know. Yeah, no, dude. I'm not. No. We're moving past that. Why? What? What? Oi! Are you kidding? We have a second tech androids? This... You realize how many Dokkan... Has there been 50 Dokkanfests since these guys came out? Bro, I just don't even care. I'm just skipping. Okay, please. Toppo's not. I'm skipping this as well. Toppo's not out yet. No. Bro, Vector, this thread sucks, buddy. I'm sorry. This is like I feel these are not like, bro. All right, again, we're talking about Toppo here. Units that are amazing in one category and just okay in the other are fine. Specialization isn't bad design. Okay. Perfect. This is a perfect opportunity for me to say, no, you're wrong. I don't agree for Dokkanfest characters. I'm sorry. I don't agree. Because Dokkanfest characters, these are the leaders of teams. When you're talking about free-to-play characters, sub-EZA characters, right? Like banner units a lot of the times. Like, yeah, like, you know, you restrict them to like a certain type of enemy to make them good, or with certain allies, stuff like that. I'm on board. Yellow coin LRs, I would prefer not to have restrictions. But specifically, these Dokkanfest characters, man, these are the leader units. These are the mainstays on the teams. I do not like the characters that we have to run as leads to have nasty, tough restrictions all over. Toppos aren't as bad as Frieza because Toppo's just way better than Frieza in general. Toppo does support two categories, right? But Frieza directly needs Terrifying Conquerors to basically be super good. To be fair, Toppo does have this right here, but this is literally just like you run Toppo plus the friend Toppo, and then the LR Gammas, which, you know, they're like top 10 in the game, and bam, you have his intro. If we're talking about Dokkanfest characters, I can't agree. I can't agree. I just want them to be like strong characters. Like you can make them differently designed and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't, maybe what I'm referring to is not really the same thing Vector is saying right here, but I just cannot stand, like, Frieza, because he's just showing us Frieza, and Frieza's horribly designed. It wouldn't be so bad if he was a Super Saiyan, and his restriction was the Super Saiyan category. It's not a big deal. But unfortunately, they made him a Big Bad Bosses character when there's no good Big Bad Bosses characters in the game, basically, and Terrifying Conqueror when there's no good Terrifying Conqueror units in the game, basically, so. Not a big fan of this guy. Oh, I disagree. Yeah, I mean, dude, in base right away, like, he could take a lot of damage, but, like, you're probably, like, you're not running this guy in slot 1 all the time. Like, he's probably going to be, like, a floating support or something like that. And, like, you would need to be, you know, the boss needs to super attack in slot 3. You need to be above, what is it, 58% HP for him to not have his damage reduction. And then, you know, if we're talking about Fusion Zamasu meta, I mean, Sword of Hope Trunks was very good and probably on a bunch of these teams. So Future Gohan could have been guarding. I disagree. Future Gohan was very good. Oh, AGL Zamasu, okay. This guy was always better from the day they easy-aid. Omega, he stacked, took the AoEs better. He could get bullied against Tech Omega, but, like, Tech Omega, like, the only time I feel like Tech Omega was ever really a monster threat was if I was using LR Kale and Khalifa, because they're actually so bad, or when I was doing the final trump card mission against Omega, to be fair. So, like, even though Zamasu could get torched against Tech Omega wasn't the scariest, typically, right? Wait, took the AoE better. Is that true? I feel like that isn't true. I guess, I mean, like, HP conditions, stuff like that depend. I feel like this isn't true. AGL, like, this guy, base Zamasu, he sucked turn 1. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care which one people would say are better. Yeah, we don't need to, like, spend too much time here. They deserve more respect than they're getting. I agree. I think that the way things have shaken up, plus, I think they should be pretty good on Toppo's team. You know, like, when Toppo comes out, I'll probably maybe even just do, like, a direct showcase for Ribrianne, Rosie, and Kakunsa. I think that they should potentially be solid. By the way, they are Space Traveling Warriors, which would, you know, be an activation for, well, their special pose. Why was I thinking Space Traveling Warriors? Special pose. I guess I'm just an idiot. I'm a buffoon. Yeah. Okay, but they're. I guess I got Space Traveling Warriors and Special Pose mixed up, but they are Special Pose as well. So, yeah, they should work. They're functionally identical to Orange Piccolo. Yeah, Orange Piccolo is a lot stronger at the start, and in my experience, he's better defensively. But I mean, yeah, like, they both have the giant active. So I would agree that they're certainly a lot better in this meta than they were. This guy and Vegeta were Dookie on release. No teams plus horrible matchup versus the hardest events. Only thing he's good for is getting big attacks, screenshots, and Legendary Vegeta event. I mean, true, but at the time there was just no good characters. I mean, characters weren't just flat out weren't good. Tech Ultimate Gohan performed better in these red zone stages than, like, bro, like, months of characters after him. Tech Ultimate Gohan was better in red zone than characters released months after this guy. I just feel like people are, like, retroactively trying to rewrite history about what happened in the 7th anniversary. This is why I'm a huge proponent of the global sync, because a lot of players just they weren't playing JP during the 7th anniversary. How it was hopeless. You had no characters. No characters could perform in those fights, man. So it's like Kaioken, I mean, sure, you want to say he was the best among all the piles of shit, sure, but I mean, that's what he was. Team is redundant as hell. I mean, I don't... Redundant as hell. Why? Because the int androids led tournament participants? I don't, like, I guess that's why? I don't know, like, these are different type of characters. Like, Toppo getting a Dokkanfest right now is fine. And I would rather... Well, okay, I mean, like, getting, like, Lord Slug right now would have been pretty fire, right? Because Slug is, like, Terrifying Conqueror and stuff like that. But, like, they're adding to a team that has a base. Like, this redundant as hell, like, this is kind of stupid, I guess, because what I think Vector's getting into is, oh my god, it's just Superhero 2.0, which, I mean, it's kind of not. You are going to be running Evolution Blue Vegeta, and probably UI Goku, and maybe the other UI Goku, and then maybe Blue Kaioken, Evolution Blue Vegeta. But why are you running them? Because they're 9th anniversary characters. The game is run by 9th anniversary characters, and you need 9th anniversary characters right now to really be a good team, right? Like, I mean, you could say this redundant shit, but, like, if they dropped a team that doesn't have 9th anniversary characters on it, the team sucks. Flat out. Just period. Like, no discussion needed to be had. So, I mean, every team is going to feel redundant right now if we want it to be good. Frieza's team is not redundant, but it sucks balls, doesn't it? So, yeah, I mean, I don't agree with this because we need 9th anniversary characters on the teams right now or the team isn't good. Okay, Vector had Toppo at the front of his mind on this day. Oh, man, here we go again. Now, more downplay of this guy. He was a top TUR contender. I mean, he wasn't, he was #1 TUR by far, for sure. Glazing got was way out of hand in some cases, okay, but he was the #1 TUR by far. I mean, I don't know, when you have eyeball, like, you know, I'll use the perfect go-to. When you just use Vegito and didn't have a bitch in your ear telling you how, you know, not great Vegito was, he was pretty goddamn great. Okay? Vegito was a beast, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Vegito, we're comparing him to, like, 23rd World Tournament Goku and Piccolo Jr., stuff like that. I'm taking Limit Breaker Vegito. He was busted. He was crazy. His time was very short, but that boy was nuts. Oh, yeah! Woo! Now we're getting good. No, he sucks. The Super's gonna kill him, and he doesn't even really do crazy damage anymore. For a 1.5-year-old unit who's supporting, giving key links to the gammas and doing quad 10 million attacks, that's more than enough. He's reliably tanking normals. Reliably tanking normals is probably a stretch against some of the big bosses. I mean, hold on. Like, if we're gonna throw this out, this is probably fair. I mean, I would probably run Yamcha over Gamma 2. I mean, bro, like, there's just no reason to run Gamma 2 ever. There's no reason to run him. Path to Power Kid Goku I'd like better than Gamma 2. Obviously, Gamma 1 is better, but, I mean, that's, you know, obviously, Gamma 1's better. Yamcha was out around the same time. Tech Bardock is who I'm forgetting. Tech Bardock was the other character in that time frame. And then there's, like, Super 17, who sucks, who is, like, after the anniversary. I don't know, because, yeah, even if we compare... Because I was about to say Vector's making a good point here, actually, that if we put him in context of what characters from around who came out with him look like, but no, even then, I still like Kid Goku, Yamcha, Gamma 1. Like, I like a bunch of his contemporaries I like above him, so no, I think he sucks balls, actually. So Gamma 2 was a goat, but it ain't 2022 anymore. Oh my god, dude, we're another Toppo. Okay, the timing on this is terrible because I don't want to go too crazy with the discussion for a character who comes out in 2 days. I like to judge off of my experiences with the unit, not kind of like just like oh, like I think he could do that or blah blah blah. Like I can be so confident with these because I've taken these characters in all these situations and used them a lot, and I can be confident in what I'm saying. Like physical Goku Black, it's like I'm pretty sure, but if someone's gonna tell me I'm an idiot, I'm not pushing back on that, right? Because I haven't used physical Goku Black, and it's the same thing with Toppo here. Okay, it's not a deal breaker, but it's probably going to be more than a minor inconvenience. Toppo changes int orbs to rainbow orbs. That becomes a problem, not with Gamma 1 and 2, not with the standby, but when you're Gamma 1 alone. It is a real issue. And this is when this character is at their best, by the way. This is where it becomes a problem. Because here, he doesn't specifically need int orbs. So knowledge right there, that's int orbs. And this is STR orbs right here. Right? He changes AGL orbs to int. So it's just gonna be rough. And then this guy is good when you get 5 int orbs or 5 STR orbs. But Toppo is specifically changing int orbs to rainbow. So you're not really going to be able to get Gamma 1's passive from that. Now, the thing is, though, like, that what we're talking about is, to be fair, probably if we're running Gamma 1 in slot 1. If this guy's like a slot 3 floater and he only gets a couple, like 2 orbs or something, he'll probably be okay unless it's like the boss catches you in slot 3 or something like that. So, again, I would say it's not a deal breaker, but it is a bit more than a minor inconvenience. Honestly, they should not have done that with Toppo. Because what we usually see... Who's another Rainbow Orb changer? Mr. Boo? Is it worded the way I'm looking for? Let's see. No, because that's a... But okay. Yeah, right here, this one. So... What a lot of the Rainbow Orb changers do is they'll randomly change one type of key sphere into rainbow. Toppo is specifically changing int orbs. That's the problem. The hard time he's gonna have in long events. No, he sucks in long fights. Nah, he's ass in long fights. I feel like coming out of the world tour, I like him less than I thought I would. He's not like, oh my god, so bad, but like he's not mega great either. Okay. Give this guy the exact same passive, but without the cell line. No. What? No. I mean, this is talking about... Well, okay. This is talking about other people besides me. But, like, I didn't, like, hone in on that. Like, I don't know. Because I guess the thing is that people who don't play the game, right? Like, every unit is exactly the same to them. And there's no difference between EZA characters and Dokkanfest characters and characters that just came out and blah, 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 blah. I don't really care that they added this to an EZA character. I don't. I wish it would be something not quite as specific as Cell. Yeah, right? Like, maybe, I don't know, artificial life form instead. How about that? That would be a little bit better. Or if there is an android or artificial life form enemy, right? Like, would have been fine. I don't mind restrictions on these older characters like this. But no, I mean, that's not... even with this... I mean, he would definitely be a lot better. But, I mean, I think he'd still be taking a lot of damage, right? I prefer my defensive characters a little bit more. I mean, he's still an option. He's not so bad that he's not an option. So I'm working on my EZA tier list. I'm not, like, completely, sorted with it yet. So I don't even really have, like, a baseline to show here. I probably have this guy as number 2, actually. Now, it probably should be AGL Zamasu, huh? I mean, I probably have Future Gohan above. I'm going to need to sit down and look at it. But this guy is either, like, Kefla, sure, 1. But again, I mean, that there is an asterisk there, but as I haven't used Kefla. But, I mean, she just has very obvious, like, good stuff. I would probably put this guy 2 or Zamasu, and then, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this guy's comfortably better than Vegeta. Yeah. Well, from a hype standpoint, it is. Like, wait. Yeah. This feels anniversary worthy to me. Like, was I upset that it was double Spirit Bomb? I don't think so. I mean, I'll always prefer, like, oh, we're going, Gogeta and Vegito. Maybe some people would be upset to hear it, but they could just do Gogeta Vegito every single anniversary for me, and I'm satisfied. You want to know why? Because that's what people care about the most. Even though people will say, like, oh, I'm ready for something new and stuff like that, if they did Dokkanfest LR Yamcha, people would not care as much. It's just a fact. It is a fact. It's not my opinion. It's just, it's a literal true statement, right? But I thought that the Spirit Bombs was fine for anniversary, right? Like, if we're not going to do Gogeta and Vegito every single anniversary, I thought this is a good kind of, like, in-between anniversary to go with, so. Well, the reason, Vegeta, yeah. The reason this works is because there's infinitely more content now than there was back then. We did not have all this content back then. No way. I wish Vector kept numbering these, because I don't know how deep we are. Okay. Don't think it really matters or not. Yeah. Considering how good this guy is, it's not the biggest deal that he doesn't have an SA effect. I agree. And this is another, this guy was more than good enough. If this is what Super EZAs look like, we're fine. We are fine. We're in good hands. Absolutely. Because this guy is better than most EZA, like, Dokkanfest. Like, he's in there with the other, like, he truly did basically get a second EZA in terms of strength level. So that's good. That's good. They've exploded in value. Yeah. In my experience using them, they feel pretty good, pretty safe, pretty comfortable, pretty strong. Yes. They can be caught, but so can every other character pretty much, right? Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Man. Oh boy. Okay. Everyone agrees with Vector. Except for me. So I disagree with this, but I won't give Vector a negative point for this at the end when we grade it. But listen, maybe it's because something like in it making YouTube videos, I think I like the attempt limits. Here's because I've thought about this and I was like, yeah, like I do like them. Like the fights feel like there's more stakes. I mean, but again, we're maybe talking specifically from my perspective as a YouTuber. And like I could do this video and, we jump in and we get cooked right away. And, we're running Frieza's team. And then, we have to use a shittier Frieza. I'm working against a friends list. And, we just got insta-killed again. Only 3 attempts left. Better get it done. And it's like, the pressure is mounting. Like, I kind of, like, I like that. I do. Like, all right, good. Attempt limits, the friend list. What else? Oh, double Frieza opening rotation. How good. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to disagree, but I'm not going to say he's wrong. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong, okay? But I do disagree. I like the attempt limits. I'm sorry, dude. I do. All right, I'm moving on. Yeah. Okay, listen. If you're talking to me about any Super EZA and you put a villain with big bad bosses in front of my eyes, I'm going to just say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should Physical Kid Buu be a top 5 unit in the game when he gets a Super EZA? Yes, sir. Should Physical Kid Buu be the best villain in the game? Yes, sir. Yeah. Super EZAs are made to make villain teams competitive, basically. That's my viewpoint of them. The superclass teams do not need Super EZAs. Villains! You bet your ass they do. I am a physical Kid Buu hater. Dude, I hate him. I will flip so fast if he's a villain savior. You don't even know. I mean, I don't agree with this. But, I mean, should they be this worldwide Dokkanfest LR? Yes. Yeah. I would be ecstatic. I do think it's time. It's time. Demon King Piccolo, if we look at characters who need a Dokkanfest who don't have one, it's like Demon King Piccolo and Baby. And then there's like no other character who's close. Because many of the ones I've complained about over the last, Super Saiyan Vegeta from the fight against Android 19. I remember talking about Trunks vs. Mecha Frieza was one I wanted. God Goku was one I wanted. I don't know if I've mentioned Toppo a lot, but Toppo is one that's about to get one. Like, a lot of characters who needed them have gotten them. Demon King Piccolo, he's the first, like, life-threatening villain that they fight is Demon King Piccolo. Like, the first life wiper, planet wiper that they fight is Demon King Piccolo. So, like, yeah, like, he needs a Dokkanfest. Dokkanfest LR, I think we're at a perfect spot where this would be a great worldwide. It is kind of a shame they did 23rd World Tournament Goku and Piccolo Jr. because that would be a really sick celebration to go from Kid Goku and DKP into 23rd World Tournament. I think that would be great, right? I think that would work really well. Oh, by the way, remember Kakarot did have these guys recently, right? We recently saw them in Kakarot, right? So a lot of times when characters or a thing happens in Kakarot, because you know what it is? Okay, hold on. Let me think of how I can word this. A lot of times we see, Legends got this character, and then, that's so weird, like, Heroes got him, and then, Xenoverse got him, and, Dokkan got it, right? Like, it's, so, like, I think it leads into that. No, man, I hate this guy. I hate him. I despise him. I don't get it. What is the love affair with this character? I truly don't get it. I love that they gave him the different name, by the way. That's awesome. Right? Like, rather than look at it as a negative of, boo-hoo, Fusion Zamasu, it's, no, they learned their lesson from Fusion Zamasu. That's the way I look at that. He is really good. I actually disagree. I think, like, if you take an 8-turn fight, he's good for one single turn, and then he sucks the rest of it. Like, you guys know, a lot of times I'm, like, defense, like, damage is, like, so overrated. The way people talk about damage is just not, like, it's just, but he literally does zero, like, actually zero. And, like, he's not a tank until you do his taunt ability, until you transform. I don't know. Like, I think he sucks. I think he's terrible, actually. I've seen people talk about this guy as, like, top 10 and shit like that. Like, I think he's awful, actually. He's terrible. Bro, what are we talking about? Some buffs? Not on JP, we didn't. Bro, Kefla? Kefla's 6 months away, dude. What are you talking about? Because with Toppo coming out right now, I mean, I guess, unless they release Goku Black in May, which would be bad because it would mean you'd have a Part 2 LR. I don't think Global and JP would share the Part 2 LR just before. I mean, I guess they could release Goku Black on, like, the 30th or 31st of May right here. There could be a Part 2 LR that's shared with Global, and then Global could get the April Yellow Coin LR that JP's getting next on, like, the 1st, and then Global could then get the normal anniversary stuff on, like, the 7th and 8th. So they could, because that's what they did with Goku Black. If that's what they do, that's okay. But I'm expecting, right now, Goku Black to come out on, like, July 31st or July 30th, and EZA Kefla for JP is going to be, like, August 10th or something like that. So it's like, we're talking about Kefla, like, Kefla's 6 months away, man. And, I mean, Kale was getting destroyed for me. To be fair, it was on the Super Bosses team where every character's worse on the Super Bosses team, but yeah. I mean, we'll see. Universe 6 could easily become a good team. You give us a good Khalifa, you give us a good hit, and Kale's like the third or fourth option or something like that. Universe 6 could be cooking. Could be. Bro, okay, yeah, we just... bruh. Second Kid Buu one. No items were hard rather than expected. Yeah, Super Battle Road runs were very crazy back in the day. It was pretty nuts, yeah, for sure. I think the major culprit here is just because characters are just way better now. Like they're just doing so much more that it's much harder for them to make like challenging enemies for the best teams. If we must get TOP buffs for part 2, let's have it be Khalifa. April Curveball. Part 2, LR Mr. Satan. I mean, yeah, Lord Slug would be fire as an LR, but I do want Slug to get a Dokkanfest. A Gotenks LR? I'm okay with that. If this is the part 2 LR, that's fine with me. That'd be pretty cool. I would rather it be related to Toppo, though. Like, I would rather you just, like, give... Here's what I want from the part 2 LR. Make the part 2 LR be on one of these two teams and at least work effectively with Toppo. That's all I want. Because, like, technically, Super Buu... Because this... Last year it was Kale, and then part 2 LR was Super Buu. Super Buu technically was on Kale's team, but... you know, they're not characters that exactly synergize together. I would like a character that would, you know, synergize well with Toppo. That's what I want. Okay, so we've reached the end here. People are way too hung up on exact number placements. This is correct, yeah. I mean, this is something that I certainly could think is a lot my fault. I will accept responsibility for that, sure. Tiering is what's important. That's why I do... this was, like, feedback that people gave me. They wanted to see a tier list, not like this. This is what works well for the title. Like, so I do it like this. I mean, for the title, for the clicks, for the views, for the dollar bills, guys. Like, you know, it's a top 10, like, you know, like, it is what it is. But then this is kind of like the real thing I do right here, because this is, again, kind of like a tier list. Like, it's like tiering the characters like this, right? Like, and again, this was feedback from people to do it like this. So I just make sure to sit down and make both, right? Let's take a look at this. Do I feel any differently about this? Yeah, no, looks good. Again, the only thing that was going to change for the next one, Toppo is probably going to be 2. Maybe he could be 1, but I think Toppo is going to be 2. Okay, so yeah, I agree with that point by Vector. Okay. I mean, Vector's talking about a lot of unreleased shit that I just don't even really want to comment on too much. Oh, he gobbles them up, huh? Does he? Do I want to not even grade the ones of I kind of just don't even want to grade something for a character that's not released. I just don't want to. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is probably a good point, but I'm not going to grade it. This is good. You know what? I kind of want to disagree, because he really seems to like the idea of the April curveball, which I don't really want. I'm gonna be. I said I was gonna be a harsh critic for Vector here, harsh judger. I mean, I agree with this, but yeah, we'll just Okay, I'm gonna disagree here, because I just saw Physical Kid Buu again. That's like, yeah, whatever, man. But no, he's saying no LR Kid Buu. No. We need LR Kid Buu. Sorry. I'm gonna not grade this, because Kefla comes out in 6 months. Again, we're just talking about characters that aren't out on JP. No, this guy sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, he's spitting. I speak for everybody. We want to see Dokkanfest sell our Kid Goku, Dokkanfest sell our Demon King Piccolo. Yes, we do. We do. I'm speaking for everyone. Yeah, I did. Yeah, don't backspace that comment, buddy. Yes, I did. We all want that. Yeah, I mean, this is good. This is good. Yeah, please make Physical Kid Buu obscenely strong. I'm with it. I'm gonna call this. I disagree, but I feel like this is I'm wrong and everyone else is right. So I'll give him good for this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. I'll give it to him because of the, but it's mostly because of the but like, are they more fun now than they were on release? I mean, UI Goku maybe is not quite as. Nah, we'll just give him good. Yeah, I mean, okay, I agree. Yep. Do I think Super Vegeta gaps AGL Zamasu? No. I'm kind of like 50-50. Like, I agree that they're under Kefla, but Super Vegeta gapping AGL Zamasu? Mm-mm. No. It's just damage. Vegeta's team doesn't struggle for damage. I'm leaning towards a bad one right there. Maybe it's a little too harsh, but we'll see. We'll see. Do I think that he's correct about this with the community? He probably is. So the point from Vector that we're looking at right here is that he could be exactly the same but without the cell line. I did see people complaining so much about that. So I'll give him a good point for that. Oh my god, dude, 3 in a row. Forgot about it. Nah, this is wrong. Wait, by the way, people did want me to just do this, right? Do +1s and stuff. All right, so let's see. Again, I'm gonna just skip over stuff of characters that aren't out yet. Yeah, here. Okay, +1. There you go, guys. Yeah, damn. Okay, so there's Gamma 2. Nah, he's ass. Stop it. This is downplay for this guy. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. See ya, buddy. Nope. Got Toppo stuff. We're skipping. Although this is. I'm gonna cheat and say that this is no. I disagree, because here's the thing with this, right? Again, like if you have a team without 9th anniversary characters on it, the team is going to suck. Most of the 9th anniversary characters, you know, it's Beast and it's UI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Blue Kaioken, and Evolution Blue Vegeta. Like it's you know, you guys, it's like more units have to come out before they could really jump far away and do something crazy diverse. So yeah, we're just gonna have to go with that. I disagree with him here about Kaioken. Again, Kaioken, like, there was no good characters. This is good for sure. I'm like a Ribrianne kind of like supporter in this meta. I would say so, yeah. Uh, I mean, I'm down with bigging up AGL Zamasu, but at future Gohan's expense? I always felt like they, you know, like they both had good performance. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to give him a negative point here. It was never even close. I mean, that's just bullshit. That's just hoppycock. Whoops, I almost messed up. Yeah, I don't agree. Uh, I really want to give him a negative point right here because we're showing Frieza, dude. Like, I hate Frieza's design. Frieza is exactly what they should not do with Dokkanfest characters. Frieza is the golden example. Well, Super Trunks is the golden example of what not to do with Dokkanfest exclusives. But like Frieza, it's not completely the same problem that Trunks has, but it's in like the next street over or something like that. of like, you know, having to bring shitty characters, which gets you to which causes you to die. Although to be fair, Trunks now is like the worst Android cell side character you'd be running, right? So I'm gonna give him bad for this. I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh. I mean, the whole point of this exercise was to see how his did versus polarity, and like Vector's is like his was way better. But Vector, it felt like Vector was holding back. Like you guys don't, like this kid was holding back. Like this was not like he did. I don't believe that Vector was letting it fly with this. I'm gonna just skip this for now. Oh no, this is no way. Yeah, they were not overhyped on release. No, okay, I'm not. No, we're not big enough that kid Gohan. Okay. What happened on the 9th anniversary should happen more. I mean, it is just a good point. Regardless of if like they could feasibly do it or not, I guess isn't super important in context. He's just saying that they should do this more often for, you know, he said major celebrations like Tanabata and worldwide stuff like that. Sure, it's a good point. Okay, so what is he? I mean, I'll give him a good point for this because he's not wrong with what he's saying, but I mean, yeah, it's just like it's 20. He's describing 2023 characters. Like I don't think what he's saying is wrong. Like here, right? Like what did he say in here that's not true? Nothing. Like this is all correct, but it's just like if we compare him to his, you know, his contemporaries, the other 2023 TURs, he's holding up fine compared to them. Yeah, okay. Again, he's not saying anything that's wrong. Sure. Wait, I messed up. No, dude. Wait, are we at... We're at 14 now. We're 14 and 14. Okay. Oh, look at him go. 14 and 14. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Yup. Okay. Oh, shit, Vector? What the... Nah. No way. Okay. Yup. I agree. It's a good fight for, like, World Tour, you know, judging how good characters are in it, for sure. I think Cell Max is the hardest boss, and I don't think it's close either. No, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, because I just, all the gimmick units, man. No way. Yup, this is a good point. I mean, I'm gonna give him good for this, yeah. Is that Beast is definitely number one. That's all I need to see. Okay. So, we did this long-ass video here. This is what we end up with for Vector. Reasonable, right there. But again, I don't know. This kid, he didn't give me his best. I could tell. Yeah. I'm gonna be pretty annoyed at him moving forward after this. He did not give me, like, I wanted his best. And he did not bring it. No way. You can't fool me, kid. No way.